worries, it's my pleasure. Come on, don't even mention it. Okay, there's so many ways to say you're welcome. Now, let's explore them a little bit more, but in Spanish. Ya me conoces. Soy Adriana, embajadora de marca con Spanish 55. Something you'll thank me for is letting you know what this channel is all about. Through these videos and at Spanish55.com, we want you to create an amazing human experience and take your Spanish speaking skills to the next level. Check the link below to schedule a free consultation with one of our coaches. Since in a previous video, we learned the different ways to say gracias, now we gotta learn other ways to say de nada. You're welcome. All right, I think we should start with that one. De nada. It literally translates to of nothing, which doesn't quite make sense, but hear me out. It's the most common way of saying you're welcome in Spanish. It's as if to say it costs me nothing to help you out because it came from the heart. Or at least that's how I like to interpret it. No hay de qué. Again, this one is also a doozy. Literally translated, it means there is not from what. Huh? Yeah, it really doesn't make sense when you put it like that. But what you're trying to convey or what you're trying to say when you say no hay de qué is something like, hey, you don't even have to say thank you. No hay de qué is also another very common phrase to say you're welcome. No hay problema. This one's pretty easy. You probably already know what it means. Yeah, you guessed it. No hay problema is the Spanish equivalent of saying no problem. This is a more informal way of saying you're welcome in Spanish. No te preocupes or no se preocupe. The literal translation is don't worry. While in English it feels a little bit informal, in Spanish you only need to substitute te for se and drop the s in preocupes, making it no se preocupe if you're talking to an authority or someone you don't really know. Es un placer. El placer fue mío. Because helping others makes us feel great, right? We use this when we want to tell the person who's thanking us that it's been a pleasure to do so. Imagine you surprise your Latin significant other with breakfast in bed, and they say gracias, and you say el placer fue todo mío. The pleasure's been all mine. You totally made brownie points for the mess you left in the kitchen. Ni lo menciones. It literally means don't even mention it. A very humble way, in my opinion, to say that you're glad to help or that you don't mind going the extra mile for somebody. No pasa nada. This one's another phrase that doesn't quite translate well. It means nothing is happening, which is kind of strange. But it makes more sense than no hay de qué, am I right? No pasa nada in the context of saying you're welcome is close to saying no worries. You know, Hakuna Matata. A tus órdenes or a sus órdenes. It's the Spanish counterpart of saying at your service. This one is perfect if you work with a very formal setting with a lot of Spanish-speaking people or you work in customer service. Cuando gustes. This one means whenever you want, but it's more like saying anytime. It's mostly used after one of the phrases above, like no te preocupes, cuando gustes. Don't worry, anytime. Gracias a ti or gracias a usted. Behold the loop of gratitude. In English, you would say thank you, making an emphasis on the word you, like this. Thank you. No, thank you. Gracias. No, gracias a ti. And those gracias a ti could go on and on and on. Guess now it's time for you to go out and do a lot of good things so you can practice other ways to say de nada in Spanish. I heard your neighbor's looking for someone to help them with their lawn. Just kidding. How about you head over to the comments section and tell me of a time you did a favor for someone and how it made you feel, but write it in Spanish. I forget how to read in English when I go into the comments section, so. Another great idea, go over to Spanish55.com and begin your journey to fluency with one of our coaches. They're great people, but most importantly, they're great teachers, and I know for a fact that to them, teaching you Spanish será un placer. That's all for today, folks. Hasta la próxima, amigos. I will see you in the next video.